Here we are, folks. The derailleur is back on the small cog. Yeehaw! What an experience this has been. Turns out it wasn't in crash mode, and in a moment I'll cut to another part of the video which will tell you what it was. However, before I do, let me say this is the day after I notified the shop 140 kilometres away. This is the day off for the guy that actually came up to look after the bike and help me. So absolutely brilliant service. And he took things apart on this bike that I haven't. So I got to learn a lot more about this bike. And then once we discovered the problem, which again I said I'll mention in a moment, he then showed me how to service different aspects of the bike, how to check them and then repair them, tighten them, set them, and it was absolutely brilliant. And cut to the next view. So here we are, folks. This is the next instalment on the derailleur not working, and you can start laughing now because what it was is just under the thumb there, one of the connections on the switches came loose, and all the bright minds in the world, and it took us this long to find it, but we found it and we are relieved. Catch you around. Just thought I'd show you where your ant connector or signal is, and this is in the engine protection plate that goes up under the motor. So I better stop filming and screw it back into place, but I thought I'd show you where it is. Oh, I have mentioned before about the engine and the plugs. So this is the wire that comes from the switches up on the handlebars. The middle one goes to the derailleur. That is your speed sensor. And then these two screws here, if I come up to the top you can look down, and that's where you wire in your headlights if you have those fitted. Okay, I better get to work. Just to finish, I thought I'd give you a better view of where the problem was. So it was the side where the actual gear shifters are. So it was tucked up underneath there. That just folds up and then you get access to it up there to check. That's fairly easily done. So what he did is he created a bit more, he undid all of this and then he created a bit more slack underneath where they plug in, and then he replugged them in to make sure they were set, and then retaped it all up. And then what he also did is he undid all of this side here, and again he created a bit of slack underneath where this one plugs in. And this one, if I can get this up, being very untidy, what you may notice is, oh no, he's taped it all the way in. So you have a wire comes up here, and you also have a dummy plug. So if you get one of those PCEO2s, you can plug them in there to do the whole system, or you can plug them into the derailleur, which is another thing I should mention. He also showed me how to plug all that in to the derailleur and how to actually use the screen and search a few things and do checks on the bike. So his visit was brilliant. I learnt so much about this bike. Catch you around, folks. I'm going for a ride tomorrow, even if it's pouring rain.